6th Gen 4Runner TRD Off Road versus Lexus GX550 Overtrail. Which one would you guys pick? Let me know in the comments. Let's get into this comparison. Well, we'll start with price. So the 4Runner TRD Off Road Premium starts at about $55,000. The GX over here starts around $73,000 now for the new model year. This is an Overtrail Plus, so you're going to start getting into that $80,000 range. But you can get this GX significantly cheaper than that because this is for a fundraiser right now by A Race Against Blindness. You can utilize the link in the description if you want to go over to their website, learn about their organization, and make a tax-deductible donation to get yourself entered to win this Lexus GX. Now, the cool thing about both of these vehicles is if you're not sold on the Toyota hybrid system yet, you can get both of them. They do have turbos, but you could get both of them as a non-hybrid. The 4Runner over here is a 2.4 liter turbocharged engine, and the MPG you can get upwards of 25 miles per gallon on the highway. Whereas with the Lexus GX over here, you're getting a 3.4 liter twin turbski charged 6-cylinder engine, the same one that is derived, yes, from the Toyota Tundra. However, you're going to be able to tow more than this. The 4Runner, about 6,000 pounds, kind of give or take. The GX, around 9,000 pounds, give or take. This one on the highway, though, it's only going to get about 21 miles per gallon, and it does require premium fuel, whereas the 4Runner requires regular. Now, both of these vehicles are standard four-wheel drive, whereas the 4Runner, it's a part-time four-wheel drive system. So it's naturally two-wheel drive, but you have a transfer case to put it into 4-high or 4-low. Whereas the GX over here, a lot of people like this. You have full-time four-wheel drive with it. You also have 4-high and also 4-low, which is pretty sweet. A new thing too with the GX is you have a center locking diff and a rear locking diff, whereas on the 4Runner, you only have a rear locking diff for the TRD off-road. But one massive thing the GX has over the 4Runner is the eKDSS system. That is the ability for the vehicle to automatically disengage the front and rear sway bars while you're off-road to give you even more wheel travel during some articulation bits. Now, you can get this with the 4Runner, but as of right now, it is only on the TRD Pro and also the Trail Hunter variants of the 4Runner, not the TRD Off-Road. Now, when it comes to size, both of these are pretty much the same. We have the same exact wheelbase, almost the same exact length. The GX may be just a smidge taller than the 4Runner because of the raised roofline. And as for design, 4Runner definitely stays true to its heritage. So the rear window, it still rolls down, which is absolutely awesome. The rear valence back here looks like previous 4Runners. That C-pillar that goes up across the side looks like older 4Runners. You can't see it right now because I have Westcott Designs molly racks on the side, but these windows right here, they curve up, which is really reminiscent to the 2nd Gen 4Runner, and just the way the whole body looks, like these are really growing on a lot of people, and they really do look characteristic to 4Runners in the past. That is not the same, though, as we go on into the interior of the 4Runner. But what do you guys think? Which appearance do you guys like more? The GX over here, while it does kind of share the same body style as the new 250 Land Cruiser, it is still its own vehicle. The front end is definitely a lot different than the GXs of the past. The grille is not as big and prominent as the 460 or even the 470. The mirrors right here are pretty cool on the GX because they hang off the side of the door, kind of like some old FJ Cruisers of the past. Westcott Designs had to put their ditch lights right here, which is very unique for this because the GX has a very big cowl and a very upright window. So that's where Westcott Designs decided to put the lights right there. And then as we come and step out to the back, it's just a very utilitarian looking vehicle, whereas the 4Runner is kind of a dual hat. You know, it looks a little bit sporty, a more raked front windshield. So they're definitely different in their appearances, which I really like. So as for the Westcott Designs goodies on them, I also have some ditch lights right here. Both of these vehicles are accompanied by KC lights. I have the Westcott Designs low profile roof rack. And then as you come to the back, I also have a Whittle Wadder from Westcott Designs too. This thing is super freaking solid. And then they also decked out this one as well for A Race Against Blindness. We both have Westcott Designs rock sliders. Both of these are sitting on a Westcott pre-color kit. I'm running about 33-inch tires. You can fit a lot larger tires on these 4Runners, and they're taking them very well with minimal clearance required. And then this GX over here is rocking 35 by 12.5 Toyo Open Country AT tires. On top too, we have an FSR rooftop tent. This thing is coming fully equipped for whoever the winner is. And then you also have a Westcott Designs tire carrier on the back with a full-size spare 35. And also this one has a whittle ladder as well on the back to climb on up to get into your rooftop tent. But the nori green color, man, is definitely where it's at. I've asked you guys many of times, like, if we get a GX, which one should I get? This is 100% it. The nori green, you don't really see that much. Pretty rare. The black roof as well. This one looks really, really good. And I mean, just everything too with the GX is just nice and color match. And now that the sun is coming out, holy crap, dude. Look at the nori green color with just all the sparkle in it. But everything's nice and color matched. You know, gloss black in the right places. The roof that's black with the kind of gray in the middle as well to separate that. Down here at the rocker panels and around the wheel wells, it is kind of more of a plastic, and you kind of get that up front as well. But it's tastefully done. Whereas the 4Runner over here, you know, for the price, you know, $55,000, it's a lot cheaper than the GX, but you had a lot more just plastic things. So mine looks completely matte because I do have a matte PPF on this. And man, look at all the water beating up with the ceramic coat. But it had, you know, black fenders, it had black mirror caps too that just kind of look cheap. I got these from Rave Off Road. And then matte black door handles as well that are just plastic. And then even as you come to the back here, just more plastic with the Toyota. I wish that was kind of color match. And then just plastic too on the bumper. Whereas the GX over here, you know, the rear end looks really good with that light bar that goes all the way across. It says Lexus right there, all blacked out. Nice gloss black right here too. I mean, it's just the way Lexus designed this vehicle, especially the Overtrail, it just looks really freaking good. So $73,000 starting, $55-ish thousand for the 4Runner. That is really apparent when you come into the interior. Granted, you know, powertrain, other stuff that I mentioned, the EKDSS system, the Bilstein shocks on this one as well with the piggyback reservoirs on it, whereas this one just has some standard suspension as well, which I do believe is adaptive for the GX. But the biggest thing is when we start to come onto the inside. So you get the whole Lexus experience obviously over here. This is a Overtrail Plus, like I mentioned, but you got the leather seats, heated, ventilated, nice little olive kind of suede right here. We have a nice moonroof on this one as well, even though you have a rooftop tent up there, you can't really see. Massive 14-inch screen over here. Digital MID, Lexus on the steering wheel. The center console isn't the best in my opinion, especially when compared to the 4Runner, but I do like how Lexus kind of just hides stuff to make it look a lot nicer. And then as we climb on in, you guys can see all of the off-road goodies. So we have the center locking diff, the rear locking diff. It's always in 4 high, and then you also have 4 low. You have your multi-terrain select, crawl control, drive modes, and then all of that is integrated into this. And of course it has a 10-speed automatic transmission that is hooked up to that V6. But the inside of this, man, the seats are so comfortable. I like that you have a little shelf over here too. And even though this shares a lot of the same platform as the Land Cruiser 250, the whole interior is completely different. And it's definitely nice in here. Soft touch all on the door, a very solid shutting door as well. Laminate glass, which is nice. Grab handles on both sides, actual grab handles, which is pretty sweet. And this one is a 5-seater. So just like the 4Runner, this is going to be a 5-seater SUV. As we come on into the back, you have the peasant blockers to block out the 4Runner peasants, right? If you're up in a GX. We also have the air vents back here, heated seats in the back, which is nice of this Overtrail Plus, and 2 USBs. And then we also have nice leather wrap right here, little center console that comes down. And these seats do recline just like the 4Runner does, and they do come forward, but the seats will tumble forward like this to give you access into the back. They got a lot of stuff back here from the parts of this being recently built, but you can have the seats like that or have them down like this if you need the extra space, and then they fold up just like that. Now, over here on the 4Runner, again, the price, we're saving about 20 grand, right? Compared to the normal GX, a little bit more plastic. So we got plastic right here on the doors, plastic right here, soft touch throughout. But the interior of this is very similar to the Tacoma, unfortunately. So while the GX stands on its own, like really the only thing that is the same of this as a Land Cruiser is doors, to back, but it's like different rear end, different front end, different interior. The 4Runner's interior is an exact carbon copy of the Tacoma. The mirrors are the same, the headlights are the same. A lot of stuff, unfortunately, is the same in here in the 4Runner. But you have a 14-inch screen, which is nice. And this one is actually full of the screen. It's not integrating the HVAC controls and stuff like the GX's. You can see here I have a nice matte screen protector as well. That GX would definitely need something like that. You guys can check out Screen Protect if you guys want that. I have a link and a discount code in the description for this nice anti-glare one. They also have an HD screen as well that's not matte, but I like the anti-glare. And you could see just like with my grimy little fingers touching this, there is absolutely no fingers residue on it. So absolutely love Screen Protect, guys. Again, link and discount code in the description if you want to check them out. Another thing in the interior is I only have single zone climate control, whereas the GX over there has dual zone climate control. All of our 4-wheel drive features are down here, so it's all integrated into this little button. You can see, like I said, it's always 2-wheel drive, but you can put it in 4 high or 4 low. We do have the rear locker, full 360 camera view, just like that GX, but that's really it. No center locker, no EKDSS, but don't get me wrong, both of these vehicles can get down off-road. So the GX will probably be a little bit better. You have more ground clearance with that. You have a better engine. This one has a quicker response for the torque, the way that this 2.4 liter turbo is, but that engine on the GX is definitely really good, especially in low range. The EKDSS, better ground clearance with it. It's a really solid vehicle, guys. Interior of the 4Runner continues with a shelf over here, just more plastic though, right? Whereas the GX, a lot of this stuff is soft touch materials. The seats in the 4Runner, they are what's called soft tech, so they're more of kind of like a vinyl seat and not actual leather. If you get a premium though, they are heated and ventilated, which is nice. And we also have a nice leather wrapped heated steering wheel in the 4Runner as well. We also have memory seats on the 4Runner, which we have that over there on the GX. JBL sound system in the 4Runner, whereas the GX has a Mark Levinson sound system. And again, as we come to the back, man, just more plastic, you know, more plastic, but some soft touch right here. About the same kind of seating as the GX. The GX has just a little bit more room, but not by much. And the seats in the 4Runner do fold down the same way. But I do like the doors back here in the 4Runner, how you have, you know, the cup holder. You also have a cup holders right there, but you'll see, you know, no leather strap, which is just little extra stuff that the GX has over the 4Runner. Then we also have some vents back here with 2 USB-Cs and also our inverter, but no heated seats, obviously, back here because, you know, it's only $50-something thousand versus $80,000 of the GX. So if it was up to you, which one would you pick? You have all the money in the world. Would you pick the GX, or do you like the 4Runner? Would you pick it as a hybrid, a TRD Pro, or a Trail Hunter, or would you just ride in luxury in the GX? I am a 4Runner fanboy, down to the core. My first vehicle was a 4Runner. I have a 5th gen 4Runner at home. I have this 6th gen 4Runner right here. But I really like the GX, and I think that I would pick it, honestly, over the 6th gen 4Runner. But guys, I truly appreciate you all watching. Sorry about this bad weather here in Arizona. I can't believe how much it's been raining lately, but I truly appreciate you all watching. Again, if you want to get entered to win this GX550 right here, the link to a Race Against Blindness is down in the description. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you all in the next one. All right, see you later.